primarily, let me start with Amarullah Saleh and the pockets of resistance that seem to be seen within Afghanistan to that. The US has frozen all the funds of the Taliban right now. They've sort of, so how are they going to run this regime that they have sort of taken over or sort of swept to by force? Now the funds are frozen. There are people like Saleh who are saying that I am the caretaker prime minister. I'm already in touch with people, president, sorry, and I'm already in touch with other leaders for their support and whatever. Are you saying then that after the evacuations are complete by the US, by UK, by everybody, that is when the real story will begin for Afghanistan? Whether because you're saying that the Taliban victory is not complete yet.
No, very clearly it's not. See, it's in a sense, it's one thing that you manage to capture the country by hook or by crook. It's another thing. How are you going to run the damn place, right? Until now, one is the foreign exchange reserves, okay, which have right now been frozen. Will they be released? Is that a carrot that is being dangled before the Taliban by the Americans? Because please remember, the evacuation is not complete. I'm repeating myself, but I'm repeating myself because it's a very important point. If supposing something was to go wrong over the next 2 or 3 weeks, which time it will take the evacuation to be complete, you will have a redux of 1842. Please remember what that means then. We don't know what world we will enter into, because the Americans will respond with unparalleled ferocity. They will flatten the damn place to pull out their people, and it'll be mayhem, right? So keep your fingers crossed that things don't go down that road, because if that does, Biden's presidency is dead. But the American reaction is going to be very, very severe. So one is that once that thing ends, then the Taliban have to decide where the revenues come from, because until now the West was funding this state. Even if you discount the monies which were going into the Afghan National Army, you still need about $5 to $6 billion to run the place. You only get about $1 to $1.5 billion from customs revenue, which was the main source of revenue. Where does the rest of the money come from? Who is going to pay that money? You have to run civil services. You have to run you have to run your cities, you have to pay your people, you have to do all sorts of things which any normal state has to do. Where is that money going to come from? Which will then fuel resentment. Amrullah Saleh right now, I think it's very brave what he is doing, but sometimes there's a very thin line between bravery and foolishness. Because you also have to see that as of now, there is not a whole lot of support going to be coming his way from the periphery. So his supply lines, where are those supply lines going to come from? How does he sustain himself? If Iran is not available, if the Central Asian republics are not available to man the supply lines, how does that work out? I don't know. I'm sure he's a smart guy. He must have thought of something. I don't think he's suicidal, but you never know. But yes, we are seeing some stirrings of protest. We are seeing some stirrings of resistance. We are seeing some noises come out from even some of those leaders who have run away. So I don't think this game is up. The game is never up in Afghanistan.
Sushant very correctly said, things are in a flux. There's nobody really in command. The Taliban may be sitting in Kabul, but they're not running the government. And coming into Kabul or winning a city doesn't mean that you are going to be able to govern the city. How will they govern it? Where is the manpower for that? Where is the expertise for running their I imagine even their electricities? If those people have packed up and gone, or left, or fled, or killed, so how are they going to run the show every day now that they have no money also? So it's not going to be easy for them to settle down. And this kind of thing, a resistance is built normally around 1 or 2 totem poles. You find somebody stands up, and then it builds around it. Unless There is one man standing, nobody else goes around him. And what Amrullah Saleh has done is the brave thing. He stood up and stood up to be counted, and that would now mean how many actually come to him. And there has always been a strong Tajik Pashtun rivalry which could play up at moments like this. After all, remember, it was the Tajiks who did not allow, I think, Hikmat Yar, isn't it, to come into Kabul
Yes, sir.
in 92?
Yes,
They
sir.
held him back. Ahmad Shah Massoud's people would not let the Pakistanis had tried their big game to get into Kabul. They didn't let them come in. So there is this tribal thing, because Afghanistan is essentially a very tribal society, and to impose democracy and things like that is, I think, it's premature. It's not ready for it yet. They will have their own way of running things.